team has moved to Bungoma. My question is, do you think that the party politics will play a major role in deciding who will be the governor of Bungoma come the year 2027?
The person you've mentioned that he has left Nairobi for Bungoma,
Yes.
for avoidance of doubt. That person has not come to Bungoma because of his personal conviction. There was a trap that was laid for him. Governor Sakaja for Nairobi is battling for his re-election. It's a do and die for him. And of course, Governor Sakaja was the first Kenyan to embrace broad-based. When he accommodated the remnants of ODM by then in his government with a view of steering forward Nairobi city so that he can focus on delivery of his plans for the people of Nairobi. So, because he's facing some stiff competitions from Babu Owino and of course the person you've mentioned by then. I don't want to mention his name because I'm a very big brand. My support base is very huge. When I mention his name, it's to his advantage. So I don't want to mention his name. So Sakaja has just realized that he needs to begin to do some kind of elimination. So he has used some group of people to kind of, and when you want to eliminate your opponents so that you remain alone, you begin by the quick wins. Those which you can chew double, you begin by them, that those that you don't spend too much time with them. So the first candidate has been the person you've mentioned, and it has somehow managed, because what had happened is that Baba appeared to have changed his allegiance. You know, these are people who have survived politically because of the golden finger of the big boss. These are people who have benefited not through their own intelligentsia and wisdom and a plan for the people, but they have been beneficiaries of supporters or members of a particular party. So the members of ODM are the ones that put the people you've mentioned in various positions. So when they appeared when it was a bit clear that Baba and the ODM people are not favorable to them, then Sakaja somehow managed to convince the party to speak with him so that he can be pushed to come to Bungoma, because it came at the time when all the people he was supporting, including himself, you know, the ODM did some kind of grassroots elections for the party officials in Nairobi, and I think the guy lost. He wanted to be the chairman of ODM. He lost to Aladwa. And all the people that I was supporting in all the constituencies in Nairobi all lost, and that was a red flag for him. And also the gods seem to have transpired against him. They have just brought him to Bungoma, and they're just simply fattening him for slaughter. I say so because of the support of the people of Bungoma. I am the only person in the Republic of Kenya, and in the whole world, who can stage a parallel rally to Raila Odinga, and the people leave Raila Odinga's rally to come to me. I am the only person in the whole universe who appeared on a rooftop next to a stadium where the opposition leader by then, Raila Amolo Odinga, was holding his meeting. And all the people left the meeting to come to where I was. That is Baba himself. I think anybody imagining that the person you've mentioned can come to scare me around here, I think that is something that your guess is that good. as mine.
Mahesh, back to my question you haven't answered.
Yeah.
You were elected through a Jubilee ticket when you were vying for the Member of Parliament for Kimilili. And then later on you moved to Fort Kenya. And then now Fort Kenya has come up with another, affronted another leader who is Tim Wanyoni as Bungoma governor. Are you still going to vie with the Fort Kenya ticket or with Jubilee or with any other ticket?
Number one, you are wrong, because my name has never appeared on any ballot paper under Fort Kenya Party. 2017, I won on Jubilee. 2022, I defended my seat on United Democratic Alliance Party and in UDA. And the reason why I joined, I closed ranks with Fort Kenya Party was during by-election, and I wanted to test whether the people of Bungoma can accept me as their governor in 2027. So I said I never wanted to walk alone. I wanted to walk with a team of people, the majority. So that's why, and I felt like because the party leader of Fort Kenya was Speaker of the National Assembly, and I thought that it is an opportunity for me to take over the candidature of David Wafula Wakoli as Senator for Bungoma. Hold his hand, move in every part of Bungoma, so that the people of Bungoma can see me. It was like an introduction for me, because I felt in Fort Kenya they will give me a clear opportunity to be the face of the campaigns. Because number one, I was a UDA member of parliament, and the fact that the UDA had fielded a senator in the name of Mwambu Mabonga, I wanted just to use it as an opportunity that number one, I am very independent minded, because I remember we were called by our president, and we were all instructed as UDA members of parliament to rally behind David Wafula Wakoli, and I went against my party's position. That one, I wanted to show the people of Bungoma that I'm independent minded, and you cannot sway me with anything, either with money or power or anything. That I'm an independent minded, and when I decide that this is my direction, that is it. You cannot change me. You cannot use your position to intimidate me into abandoning my journey. So that is what I wanted to achieve. And on record, if I had supported Mwambu Mabonga could have won the Senator of Bungoma. I say so because the difference between Mwambu and Senator for Bungoma now was around 15,000, less than 15,000 thereabout. And of course, if the people of Kimilili could have not followed me to vote for him, Mwambu would have won. This is not will have been the Senator of Bungoma. So that is what brought me together with Fort Kenya. In terms of the question that you asked me about which party I will run for, there are very many political formations in our country, and my candidature is akin to a beautiful young girl with curves walking on the road. The suitors are the ones who comes to that girl. That beautiful girl, you don't go, she's not the one who goes to tongosering men. So the train left the station, my candidature, I made a declaration, I left. The current party, if you check my membership is in UDA. Going back to what I said, anayekupenda pendana na yeye, asiyekupenda wachana na yeye. That is the basic principle.
So you no longer have any commitment with Fort Kenya?
I have no commitment. I have no commitment, and I said during the opening remarks that I would defend Moses Masika Wetangula as Speaker of the National Assembly and as a principal of Kenya Kwanza, but I will not defend him as party leader of Fort Kenya.
What do you think about Fort Kenya currently?
I have no time to think about parties. The time that I have is to think about how I am going to implement my manual so that I can wait away any slightest opposition to my candidature that will come. I am committed, and I will use all my time not to think about parties, but to think about the modalities on how I am going to send projects back to the center. That is where I'm focused currently.
Mheshimiwa, I would love to borrow your mind on a current issue that is currently trending in our country. The current conversation that was brought forward by Honorable Raila Odinga on the intergeneration conflict dialogue. I once, if my mind serves me right, last year during the Gen Z demonstration, you yourself once tweeted that you have been declared the Gen Z leader. Now, I would love to know your ideology in regards to the current intergeneration conflict dialogue between the Kenya Kwanza administration and the young people of the generation of Kenya. And also, on my second question, I would love you to give us your ideology in matters one former deputy president, impeached deputy president regarding Gachagua. In his US tour recently, he dismissed the ideology that Raila Odinga has brought on the inter-generation conflict dialogue, saying that Raila and William Ruto have nothing that should benefit the youth of this country, and so there is nobody that should sit and dialogue with them.
One thing I want to tell you is that I am in sync that as a country we require a national conclave so that we can have a discussion on what are some of the issues that the government of Kenya need to focus on and what are the concerns of the Kenyan people. We are living in an era where things have changed. Kenya as a country is no longer governed by rulers. It's a country governed by governors, governed by leaders, and things have changed. We must usher in the era where the people that you are leading must be given an opportunity to tell you on how best they can be led. And that can only be through a national conclave. For your information, even here in Bungoma, there are very many things that have happened in a few days or a few weeks. I am convening also a county conclave in a fortnight, in the next 14 days. I will convene a meeting of around 10,000 people in a place, the venue and the date that my team is currently working on. And in the next 14 days, we are going to have a conclave for the people of Bungoma. I look forward to hosting 10,000 people, where we will have a discussion in terms of our stand on a number of emerging national issues, our stand on the current political situations in our country, and most importantly, on which position we are going to take, dictated by the current political happenings in Bungoma. And by so doing, a number of the questions that you've asked me and I've said I have no time, we will discuss them during that county conclave, which I want to tell you, I have the capacity to convene a county conclave of more than 10,000 people in the next 14 days. That is going to happen, and from that time, we will take a position on a number of things, because you see, as a governor candidate for Bungoma, from today going forward, I have agreed to be a puppet of the people. I have agreed to be a conveyor belt to process what is in the minds of the people of Bungoma. And I will take each and every opportunity to knit myself to the people to the level where it will be difficult even for the devil himself to detach me from them. You asked me a question about our former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, on what he said when he was in the United States. And I want to repeat again that it's a fact that our impeached former deputy president is not fit to hold any public office, is not fit to run for any political office. There are very many things that I may have done in the past that I may regret, but impeaching Rigathi Gachagua is not part of it. I am a proud citizen, a proud member of parliament, that the decision I took to impeach Rigathi Gachagua is a decision that I will defend to the longest period of my life, because he is very tribal. He doesn't see anything without wearing tribal lenses. And I think because of the impeachment that happened at Parliament, I think the guy may have driven himself into some kind of depression, which I have always asked those who are closer to him to kindly consider. And now that he is in the United States, they can consider to admit him in a mental facility. And I want to assure you, if they do so, our former deputy president will be admitted for a period of not less than 5 years.
Why do you think so?
I think so because I have a Master of Science in Occupational Health and Safety Science, and there is a unit that I did which is called Study of Human Behavior in Causing Industrial Accidents, study of human psychology in causing accidents in industrial sector, where you analyze the behavior of a worker and conclude that the behavior of this person cannot make the company to entrust him or her in operating this type of machine, because a small error can cause fatalities in an industry. So I have analyzed the statements of this person, the bitterness, what he says, quote unquote, we all understand as a country what we went through during 07-08 post-election violence. We know what happens in Kiambaa Church. And we are also cognizant of the fact that those who perished in Kiambaa Church, they still have their family members alive. And as a country, we vowed and we got committed that we will always assist those families that were affected so that the scars can heal permanently. Only a psychiatric case can remind the country that a day is coming where what we witnessed in 07-08 will look like it's a Christmas party. That can only come from an individual who is deep into depression, who has psychiatric issues, and having psychiatric issues is not a preserve of a particular group of people only. Even everybody, including all of us and myself, we can get there. So I am simply saying that, my friends, including yourself, the day you see me behaving and talking like Rigathi Gachagua, please assist me, just forcefully arrest me and take me to a mental facility. And on the same breath, I am completely asking those who are around Rigathi Gachagua, including Pastor Dorcas, to consider admitting prayers don't assist. A psychiatric case can only be solved by a psychiatrist, and where he is, we have experienced psychiatrists whom I think they can assist him. So that being said, I will be a bit hesitant to respond to claims that are made by a person whom I strongly believe is slipping into depression. Even in, I think we can give him some benefit of doubt. Even in court, there are some serious offenses where, before a person takes plea, there must be a psychiatric report to confirm that you are in good mental stability. Otherwise, because you cannot prosecute or imprison an individual with mental instability. The court will wait until there is a determination that that person is in a stable peace of mind. If you will never be in a stable peace of mind, then you cannot be prosecuted. A madman on the road, if a madman on the road beats you up, you can't sue the madman because it's the madman on it.
Mesh, back to the issue with Tim Wanyonyi. Some citizens of Bungoma think that now that Tim Wanyonyi is coming to vie as the governor of Bungoma, you, Honorable Didmus Barasa, should consider taking part as the Bungoma senator. What do you think of that?
Those are them, and all elective seats available in our constitution in Kenya. It's only the president that requires garnering of 50 plus 1%. All other seats, the winner, the person declared to be the winner, is done so by garnering simple majority. There is nobody in the history of election that has won any election by garnering 100% support of total vote cast. It has never happened. And, even my supporters, who are many, they will argue that differently. So I want to make it clear, categorical, that I will run for the governor of Bungoma, regardless of who my competitor is. For your information, for the people of Bungoma to know that I am prepared to move forward. I am even prepared to run against Raila Amolo Odinga if he decides to come and run for governor of Bungoma. Yeah. So, for the people who are listening to me, you must know that because Kenya as a country, we are governed by a constitution that allows anybody who is a Kenyan by birth to run for any elective seat in a constituency or in a county within the territories of Bungoma. Therefore, this means that even Raila Amolo Odinga, the enigma himself, is free to run for whatever seat anywhere. So I am telling the people of Bungoma that even if it's Raila himself who will decide to come and run for the seat for the governor of Bungoma, the people will decide.